What's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today in this video we'll be building this awesome booking details screen. We'll be creating this amazing component which is booking details checkmark, then payment methods and the confirmation mark. After that we'll be making this switch component, and as you know that we already have input components, so we'll be reusing all of them. Over here we'll be reusing our tab switcher component, and over here we'll again reuse those components. And as you can see over here, we have pickup date and return date, for which we have to open a calendar date picker component, and then we have this particular thing which is car location, where we either have to manually type the location or we either have to pick the location from the given condition. So also we will have the button over here which is pay now. And also if you have seen my previous video, we have created this search which is review screen. All the reviews are rendering over here, as you can see, but there are some changes that we are going to do. As you can see that I have created this particular review component and we are showing over here, but on the review screen there are some changes that we have to do. For example, this is 1 star, here are 5 star with the stars filling condition. So let's get started, guys. So please sit in the car, we'll have an awesome ride. So if you come to my repository on my GitHub page, you have to follow me if you want to, and after that you have to come to this particular repository, and please guys start this repository so it will be in your account, and as well as you can fork this repository so you can work on it, as well as you can contribute to this project as well. So let's get started. So now let me refresh this for your information. So it's working. So let's go to the search screen and come over here, and let's go to review screen. So as you can see in our Figma UI, we have this review screen, right? But we have developed this review component, but we want to show this particular component in this way. So let's add the condition for it. So if I go back, you can see this particular component we are showing over here. So let's come to this screen which is review screen, okay, which is this screen. So now we are using this review component. So in this particular component we are going to add one condition, so that condition's name will be a generic one, so all you people can recognize it properly. So I am going to add one condition from review, okay. So this will be a type of boolean, so it will be an optional from review, okay. So it is a condition which tells this component that are we from review screen, okay. Otherwise from anywhere you are seeing this component, you should see it like this. So if only from review screen we are coming, so at that particular case what we want, we do not want to show this 5.0. so I'm going to remove that first. So let's come over here and add first that prop which is this from review screen. Let's add the curly brace. If I am having this particular prop, so I do not want to show this, so let's add this condition. So this is by default false, so let me come to review screen and add that from review, so you can see it. So now that 5 has been hidden now. So what we have to do, if you can clearly see, instead of that what we have one text which is date. So today, tomorrow, or yesterday, or 3 weeks or 2 weeks ago. So for that I'm going to comment this particular thing. Let's add one text. So that text I am going to write over here which is today. So let's add today, and let's add the style to it, styles dot today. I'm going to write today text, or let's make it a generic a text. Let's add a day text, okay, so we can recognize it properly. So let's add date text, open up the curly braces like this, and now come to here and see the date over here, 7f thrice. So let's add that. So I think the 7f thrice is for placeholder, colors dot placeholder. Let's give a font size is going to be 12, and let's see it is having regular, okay. So let's add font family, typography dot regular. So yeah, looks good. Yeah, so now uh, let's make it a side by side, and let me show you this FRCG style, so what it is. So let me color it so you can properly see it. So we have given this particular style to make it flex row column gap. Okay, so for this particular view I'm going to add another style, so only for this particular thing. So let's add styles dot, let's make it proof, we can write it day container. So let me add it over here, not like this, but open up curly brace and add background color yellow. So let's remove the red color. So yeah, you can see that this particular view has this much amount of like sizing. So let's add flex one. So it has taken the full space. So instead of this, now let's add align item flex end, or let's add justify content flex end. So yeah, because let's suppose the text is now today, so it's 5 text, right, the 5 letters, but if the text goes for 3 weeks, so text should not get cut. So I have added this particular container. So yeah, now what I have to do, if this particular from review is true, I need to render the stars under this particular thing. So for that I'm going to cut this like this and paste it over here, and let's see. So instead of here, let's do one thing, paste it over here. So now what I'm going to do, as you can see, we have this font awesome star, right? So here we can use something, let's open up a curly braces, and over here let's use array dot from, and let's give a length of 5, and let's map it. So once you map it, let's add one underscore, and then let's add one index, and then let's render this over here. So now as you can see that the length is 5, so it is going to render this 5 times. So let me save the file. Yeah, so now over here we have to accept one prop. So that prop is let's say rating count. Let's make it a number. Yeah, and let's make it yeah, we can make it optional as well. So let's add this. Yeah, so now we have to add over here a condition. So let me tell you that, let's go to the color. We have this unfilled star, right? So let me give it unfilled star. Okay, the moment I save the file, as you can see, the color is going, right? It's becoming uncolored. So now let's add one condition, and that condition will be index. If it is less than the rating count, then I need this color, which is, or this color. Okay, so now the color will be colors dot star. Okay, let's save the file. So now if I pass over here, now it's nothing, right? So let's pass 2. So as you can see, 2 stars are filled. If I pass 5, if I pass 4, yeah, looks good. So let's wrap this into a particular view, and as well as I need some CSS. Let's come over here, add stars container like this, add one property flex direction, let's make it a row, align item center, call G, let's make it 4, and after that let's add margin top, make it 8, let's add margin bottom, let's make it at least 8. Okay, so now add this particular style over here. So yeah, looks good. So if I open up my Figma, so you can see it's looking good, right? So come back and let's remove this prop from review. So as you can see, now we have to add one condition. If I have not come from review screen, I need to show it like this. So now we need to remove this today and this fill star, and we need to show only one star instead of this today. Let's go back, and over here I don't want to show this today, right? So let's add one condition. If I am from review, then I need to show this. So yeah, and over here I need to show one star. So as you can see, we have one star over there. So if I am not from review, I need to show that, right? So let's wrap this into a React view. Okay, so like this, or we have this style. So let's do one thing, let's leave it like this and try and paste it over here and see if it's working. So we do not want to show this, so only star style we need. So come over here, yeah, like this. Okay, but it will be only shown once we are not from review, like this. So now for this we need to add another condition. If we are from review, then we need to show like this. So let's come back and add one prop, which is I am from review. Okay, so come over here and see what's happening. Let's make it optional. Yeah, so I'm passing this from review in the review screen. So now it will show like this, and if I remove this, it will show like the previous one. So yeah, you have learned. So let's see. I think the stars are not matching with the Figma. Let's see the size, and I can see that the size is around, width is 90 and the height is 14. So what we have given, so we have given it around 18. Can we reduce it to 14? Yeah, for this particular star I think 14 is a fine, but once we go back it should show like this. So yeah, we have done this part. So let's commit our code. Commit, done with the rating card, git push. Okay, so now let's move on to the next part of the video, which is this booking detail screen. So let's jump right into it. Let's open up App Navigator, and before that you should come over here and add the booking. Okay, not anything, just add booking, right? And yeah, over here come to App Navigator, and then you have to first go to the booking and make one style. Let's add the booking screen. Okay, booking.screen.tsx. also add booking.styles.ts. copy the account styles. Account styles is not there, so let's copy the car styles, add it over here, and let's remove the unnecessary styles which we do not want, and let's try and remove, yeah, like this. And then RNFE, I'm going to name it booking screen. Okay, simple. Once we have added this, come to App Navigator and then go to the root stack, come over here, add booking screen like this, and copy paste it over here. So now I also want to add this into the navigator. Can we check if we have that? Yeah, we do not have that. So instead of that, I'm going to paste it like this under the review. So yeah, let's go. So now in the review screen, where can I like add that navigation? Over here. The moment I click on this book now button, I need that it should navigate to that particular screen. So now what I'm going to do, let's add the onPress event over here, and then add the navigate. Let's add booking screen. So yeah, like this. The moment I click on this, it should do the navigation part. So we have added it to this review screen, right? So can we see if we have that? Yeah, we have that book now button over here as well, over here as well. So let's add at two places. I also want to add this at the car details page. So can we see that if we have the button over here? Yeah, we have it. So also we can go to the booking screen from here. Also we can go to the booking screen from here. So now if you have seen that we have this header which is common into the review screen. So what I'm going to do, go to the booking screen and open up the review screen, and over here what I'm going to do, let's copy till the main, and I'm going to paste it like this, and then I need to paste it like this. Open up this import and add the styles. Const styles equals to create styles from booking style, right? Yeah, like this. And also I need to add the main style, which should be in the booking screen like this. Let's save the file. Yeah, instead of review, the name should be booking details. So let's add booking and then space details like this. So let's discuss about this particular checkmark component. I'm going to call this a checkmark or a booking flow component. So before that, let me tell you what are the things that we need to develop right now. So we'll be building this switch component over here, exactly same. We have the input component. I think there are some changes that we need to do. In a prop way, we will pass some styles. We'll add this switch component over here, and we have to pass these icons, so we'll figure it out that, as well as we have this date picker, right? So as you all people know that I have not developed the date picker component yet, but let me show you that, as I was busy yesterday, so I didn't record the video for that. So let me click on it and let me show you that I have developed a date picker component. So the moment I click on this date, it's opening one date picker component, and this can select multiple dates, so like start till the end. So if I just go to the May, if I press on to the 14th, and it's now showing from 2 to 14. If I want 19th, so I should click on the 19th, and the moment I click on 30, it will mark from 19 to 30. As we know that we need the date select range picker. Okay, so I have used one component, so let me show you what I have used to make this date picker component. So the date component is over here. I have used React Native UI date picker component. So you also have to install this particular component, one package, you can call whatever it is. So you have to render it like this. You have to add the mode, which is range, right? If you clearly see, you have a range picker over here from 19 to, because we need a pick and drop date, right? So not only single date, but we need a range of date like start date and end date. So for that you have to add the mode range. I think it accepts 3 props, which is multiple, range and single. So I have given over here range. So you have to add the start date, end date as a state, and then you have to use styles. You can do any customizations, but our app is having one particular theme, which is black and white. So I have not made any theme changes. And as well as the on change, over here we have given one buttons, which is outline button and the filled button. So yeah, that's it. And as you can see in the UI, the date picker is a model component over here, but as you know that our filter is already a model, it is coming from the bottom, so it's a basically a bottom sheet component. So what I have done, so I have also made the date component into a bottom sheet, because it should be a consistent according to the UI. So because we have developed the filter in a bottom sheet, so I thought why not to make this into a bottom sheet, because a pop-up will not look good. If it was pop-up, then filter should have also be a screen. As you can see that they have also given the filter in a bottom sheet, so I thought why we shouldn't make the date picker into a bottom sheet, right? So we'll be using this bottom sheet component of the date throughout the application. So what you have to do, just take the pull from car details branch and you'll get everything from it. So let's close this, and I'm gonna use this same. So I thought to share it with you, so we all are on the same page. So let's unsave it and let's go. So now as I have told you that we have to develop this particular component, so let's make it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make one view, and let's open up the styles over here, and let's give it a name. I'm gonna make it a check mark. Let's give it a color red. Let's make it color as a red check mark, like this. So now what I'm gonna do, let's give it a particular height. As of now, just let's give it 20. Let's add one flex, which is 1, or else let's give a width of 100%, like this. Okay, so you all know that it should take this much amount of height and that much amount of width. Yeah, so now let's add one thing, which is this booking details and this particular, what it is, it's a round circle, so eclipse. So come over here, we are going to write the code over here, and then after that we'll be separating it out into the components, so it will only accept some props, which are the titles, and then if it is a field or not. Yeah, so let's add the text over here. I'm going to add booking details, booking space details, so make sure that D is not capital. So let's make the D small, yeah, like this. Let's save the file, as well as let's consider the font. So styles dot check mark text over here. Let's give the font size. So the font size is 12 semi bold. Yeah, looks good. So now we have to add this particular circle. So for that, what I'm going to do, let's add one view. Let's give a name, styles dot only a check. Okay, so let's add that check. I'm going to give it a height scale of 20, width scale of 20. Let's make it a color. I'm gonna give color start black. Let's name it a border radius, so let's give a scale of 100. Yeah, cool. And as well as what I'm going to do, let's do one thing. Let me tell you, we can either make it like background color of the same, like what is the background color of this. Let's suppose it is F5. So let me see it. If it's ed thrice. Okay, ed thrice. So we can make this circle in ed thrice color, and then we can give a border width of 2 or 3, and then give a color to a black, and that will be also fine. But we are going to do a circle which is black, and under that circle we are going to point it out this color, so it will make a sense to me. So let's do one thing, let's close this, let's add a view, and I'm gonna make it a name, styles dot active, like this. Okay, so let's save the file, and over here let's add a background color. Let's make it a green. Yeah, check, not check, it should be active. Yeah, like this. So now I also want it to have some height, but not 20, and width should be, yeah, like this. As well as let's do one thing over here. Let's add align item center and justify content center. Yeah, like this. So now let's also give border radius. I'm gonna add 100. Yeah, looks good. But as you can see that it's going like in the below bottom direction. So let's find the reason for that. Can we see it? So let's give a scale at least 5, so it will go to the center of that screen. So 6 at least. So yeah, instead of, see why it's not going into the center direction. Let me visualize you. So it's in the center direction right now, but if I increase the width to 16, yeah, it's looking fine now. So let's make it at least 20. So let's make it at least 20. Yeah, looks good. So instead of 16 I'm going to add at least 18, 8. Let's make it 8. So yeah, it's still in the center part. So instead of 30, let's make it again 20. Yes, so let's make it 10. Yeah, let's look if it is in the center. So yeah, it's in the center direction. So now what I need to do, let's add the color for it. So the color is F5, F5, F5 as. So the color for it is background. So what I'm going to do, instead of green, I'm going to add the colors dot background. Yeah, like this. So the checkmark component is completed now, only this part. So let's do one thing, let's make it thrice. Yeah, so now let's add payment methods and confirmation. Let's add payment methods. Yeah, like this. Also add confirmation. Yeah, like this. So I'm going to do one thing, check mark. So let's give a background color of at least green so we can recognize this, and I'm going to put this, this whole thing into one view, and let's name it a component styles dot checkmark container, like this, and add over here flex direction row, align item center, call gap scale of 12. Yeah, like this. So now it has taken whole width. So the reason for it that we have added width. So let's do one thing, I need justify content space between. Yeah, but there is also one thing, which is this particular check mark. I need that it should be align item center. Yeah, and as well as the justify content, I need it into the center direction. So now the next part is this line. If you can see that it is connected to this line, this dot, and it is connected to that dot. So for that, now what I'm going to do, in this checkmark container, let's add one view. It should be a self closing tag. So let's add the styles. I'm going to make it a name line because we need the line, right? So let's come over here under the checkbox, check. So I'm going to write height. So height should be at least scale of 1. Height should be scale of 1. Let's add the width. Let's make it, let me visualize you, 100%. Let's give a background color red. Let's give at least top, let's give 35%, and let's save the file. So as you can see that the line has taken full width. Let's add the position absolute, so it will make some sense. So now you can see it's looking fine now. So let's do one thing, let's remove the green color. But now you can see from left and right side it's going like overflowing it, right? So what I'm going to do, let me show you something. Let's add z index. So now you can see the line is overlapping this this border. So what I'm going to do, let's leave it the width to at least 80%. So now let's go in the left, and from left, if I have reduced a width 20% from width, like, so let's get that 20% over here, and let's see, it should work properly. So it's not working, right? So let's see, I need that this line should come from over here. So let's go and try 10%. So yeah, 10% is also fine. So let's try with a 15 or 12%, so it will look good. So yeah, so in the good side, let's keep it 10%, and let's remove this like this. Let's remove the green color. Can you see where is the green color over here we have? Yeah, looks good. And also instead of 35, let's try 30. Yeah, 30% looks good. So over here the line color has a black. So line has a black color, so let's add the black color. Yeah, like this. I think it's still not in the middle direction, so let's do one thing. From top, let's make it 31%, so looks good to me. Yeah, so it's semi bold, it's also semi bold, but for the unfilled, the color is placeholder 7 triple times. So what I'm going to do, this checkmark container, let's copy this and let's give a background color as a red, and let's add some padding vertical. Let's give it a 12. Okay, like this. So now as we have added some padding vertical, so the top will also get changed, right? So let's add 45, or let's give a 50%, or let's make a 55%. So yeah, so now we are not going to change the padding for it. So before that, let me do one thing. Check mark text, let's add some margin top. So let's scale it to 12. Yeah, like this. Instead of 12, let's make it at least 8, or make it 6. Yeah, looks good. So now instead of 55, let's try with 50. Yeah, now it looks good. So yeah, we are done with this part. So let's remove the red color from this. So yeah, looks good. So wherever it's not active, we will reduce, like comment this, and if it is not active, we are going to give this like we'll pass one prop from here, like active. Okay, the moment I add this, we'll add one condition in the CSS file. If it's not active, then we'll mark this into a placeholder color.